And
Oh.
speaking of Mike Richards, the long-standing rumor is now fact. When news came that Mike Richards was going to be hired by Sony, we all thought, what is he going to be doing? Is this a ploy to get Harry to retire to put Mike Richards in? Well, it turns out that's actually true. And that's kind of what happened, because Mike will officially replace Harry Friedman, who retires after this season, and will be the EP and showrunner of both Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
I'm gasping. I'm surprised. He's gonna ruin the show, Cyndi. It's like he ruined all the shows I like as a kid. No, I'm excited.
Yeah. I was wondering where you were going with that.
Like, every time I see, like, the complaints of Mike Richards is gonna ruin Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Mike Richards has won Emmys for Price is Right. He put the Let's Make a Deal back into, like, rotation. It got Emmy nods. Wayne Brady is having a lot of fun.
Wins.
People love Wayne Brady's Let's Make a Deal. It is a fantastic variety show. Price is Right is at an all-time high right now. It is one of the most number one shows in daytime that's not a talk show or a courtroom show. Like, it's, unless you're talking Wheel, Jeopardy, and maybe Feud, but this is like the last, like, network-based game show in existence. And it's still the same format, same games. He just put new coats of paint and added LED screens to the mix. And a male model, which apparently people are upset about. I don't know why.
Male models.
Are we upset about James O'Halloran? Are we Oh, that's right, they added a new model last year. And it's like, are we getting upset that they have lavalier mics now for the models to speak and say, "Hey, good luck. I hope you win"? Or is it because they got rid of the idea of comedy cases? Like, everyone just points at the Drew cases, and it's like, no, they kind of said no more to that. They listened to you. What more do you want? They got rid of the Drew cases. Now it is back to classic Price is Right. Here's your 3 cool items.
And sometimes it's only 2.
But when it's those 2, it's usually big prices.
Yeah, like a big trip in a car.
And it's not just any car. We're talking like luxury sedan at this point. Like, it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so that same kind of coat of paint, that same ideology of like, what do people like about these shows? How can we do more of it? Is desperately needed on Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. He's not going to mess with.
I don't think it's needed on Jeopardy. It's not needed on.
Mess with that.
No, Jeopardy is fine as is, especially since the draw is not the set or anything like that for Jeopardy. The draw is
the clues.
The clues and how far people can go.
So if anything, he's going to just do more on location, like more clue. That's about it. That's all I can think of for Mike Richards with Jeopardy.
That's pretty much all I got to, or just leave it alone as is. But then we get to Wheel of Fortune.
And I can see a total overhaul.
It's good.
Oh, I'm looking at total overhaul. I'm looking at, we're not even going to see a black floor anymore. I see that as a positive. I think like he's going to have like a light wheel, like the board's going to be lit up, kind of like the spin the wheel wheel.
Oh, it's a great wheel.
We're going to see a better puzzle board. Like, we're going to see a puzzle board that everyone's going to be like, oh, I forgot about the touch board. I don't know if we're keeping Pat and Vanna. They might as well keep it till they run their contracts out. And we're going to see less gimmick weeks. And we're going to see more, probably more prizes on the wheel. We're probably going to see different games be played. Like, we're going to see, like the jackpot wheel is going to be back. We're going to see one round be a jackpot wedge again. Then we're going to see the express round. We're probably never going to see prize puzzle. I think he's going to see that and go, that breaks the show. If we're going to do prize puzzle, every puzzle is a prize puzzle. We can't just have one break the game.
So it's going to be like a bonus from the old Price is Right.
Yes.
You solve the puzzle, you get like 2,000. Ding, 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 ding. And to go along with that puzzle, we have this for you. A brand new 32-inch HD TV. And along with that, how about this? A new living room to watch that 32-inch TV in.
Absolutely. I could see that. And I could also see they modernize these puzzles. Because I'm getting sick of seeing Jailhouse Rock be a puzzle for song title. We are in 2019. Give me...
Well, how about this? I think they're starting to improve that, because I was watching yesterday's show before this one, because this one over here it airs at 7 o'clock. They had the puzzle Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, wow, a Sony picture movie. Go figure.
Also a current Sony motion picture movie at that.
So it's as long as you get like Tom Holland as Peter Parker in that mix, maybe. Mm-hmm. But like we need something we need 2019 puzzles. And I desperately need to say this, can we fix like the trip prizes? Because these all feel like a little outdated. These feel like we're going to the country club in Florida and it's not like The Price is Right, where those prizes are more experiences that millennials love, or like the Press Your Luck prizes. When they're offering a trip to London, it feels like you're going to London and hey, you're going to go to like 3 cool items in London. Versus Wheel of Fortune, where it's just like, you're going to London. You're going to stay near Buckingham Palace. That's it.
Yeah.
$8,000.
And then you have, and they got rid of the half. We're going to talk more about what they did this past season, what they did with the new season. We're going to talk more about that later on.
But I think Mike Richards will do a better job. I can see it being more variety games being played. And it would not surprise me if you see Pat and Vanna leave sometime. And then you're going to see like the wheel watchers go, you see what Mike Richards did to Price is Right? He's doing right now the Wheel of Fortune. And that's why Pat and Vanna left, because they don't want to work on this bad show anymore. And it's like, well, have you seen that the audience of 18 to 49 went up?
And they're like, wait a minute. We're getting better ratings than Judge Judy now?
Wait a minute. All you needed to do was just kind of make the prizes more modern and not make every single contestant the same person who's has a lovely wife and 2 dogs and a daughter.
Or a military vet.
Like we need, like Jeopardy has more variety and more diversity and more inclusion than Wheel, and that should not be the case. It's America's game. Show off America. The thing that I would have done, and I'm pretty sure Mike would probably think of this, is what if you just take Wheel of Fortune on the road?
Again?
Yeah, but this time, like, that's the gimmick. Like, Wheel is in Boston. Wheel is in New York. Wheel is in Seattle. Wheel is in Portland. Wheel is in Dallas.
I have a story about Wheel in Seattle.
Oh, no.
Here's what they would do for Wheel in Seattle. You know the top of the Space Needle?
Yes.
They would turn it into a Wheel of Fortune.
Didn't they do that in like the 90s, like the late 90s? They
yeah.
Had, like that plastic tarp over the Space Needle.
Yep.
But this was back when I would say Wheel of Fortune was at its height. I would say it peaked in the 90s, like late 90s. Because that was when there was the Baskin Robbins flavor. That was when the PC games arrived. That was when, the 96 Olympics and Pat and Vanna did the torch run. And it's like...
I actually ate the Wheel of Fortune ice cream flavor.
The Choco Lettered Crunch from Baskin Robbins.
Stunk.
It was good!
I hated it.
Flavor. There was chocolate vowels. How can you hate A, E, I, O, and U?
It gave me a chocolate bowel movement afterwards, if you know what I mean.
Talk about pralines upside down. That's the real Stranger Things.
Yep. But I will say this. I think it peaked when they added when they changed the bonus game.
Oh, the mini wheel instead of WHEEL?
Yeah. And they made the $100,000 grand prize.
Yes, which is like, okay, good, but...
And that was when you started to see the prize puzzles and stuff like that. I kind of wish Brad Francini's Wheel compendium was still up.
I just say bring back the 25,000. What's wrong with that as the minimum?
I don't know.
It's season 37, so $37,000.
So all you have for wedges is 37,000, 40,000, 45,000, 50, then the car, and whatever the big one is, 100 or 100,000 or a million.
It's two types of car. It's two types of car, and then a solo 100,000, but it could be $1 million if you get the $1 million wedge. Remember, to win the $1 million on Wheel of Fortune, you need to spin the wheel. Make sure you land on the $1 million part of the wedge. Call a letter. If it's in the puzzle, pick up the wedge. You have to solve the puzzle to collect the wedge. Then you got to make sure you don't bankrupt for the entirety of the show. Make sure you get the most money over the 3 contestants. Then, in the bonus round, spin the wheel. Make sure it lands on the $100,000 wedge, now turned 1 million wedge. Call your 3 consonants and 1 vowel unless you get the wild card. And if you can correctly solve the puzzle within the 20 seconds, you will win. 10 seconds, you will win the $1 million prize. Easy, right?
If I were to do this, here's what I would do. $1 million is gone. I would dump it.
You'd dump it? What would you replace it with?
The new max is 250,000.
Hey, this sounds familiar. Go on.
The wedges would be 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 75, 100, 250.
All right.
And then there would be, I would say, 425, 430, 435, 335.
Okay.
340. That's what, 14 right now?
Yes.
250.
All right.
We're at 16 right now, right?
Yes.
275. What are we at now? 18?
Yeah, now you just need 6 left.
100,000, 250,000, and the rest are the cars.
All right. My 24 were simply 325,000, 3 double this score, 3 car, 3 other car. That brings your total to 12. And then 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 100, and a $250,000.
All right, so we're in agreement on that.
Yeah. Oh, no, I wrote a whole article. It's on jordanhaas.com called Reinventing the Wheel.
Okay. So that should be something that you should go look for right now. We're getting the plugs out of the way because we usually don't plug at the end.
I will post it randomly in the Discord chat for Game Show Gumbo, and everyone's going to get confused. All right.
We'll just say, listen to the podcast.